Hi, welcome to Learn Facts, where today you might learn something new about water. Do you know how many molecules are in a drop of water? Or how much of the moon you could fill with all the oceans on Earth? If not, stick around for a bit to find out. Here are 7 pretty interesting facts about the thing that covers over 70% of the Earth's surface: water. Fact number 1. Ice floats on water. Now, many of you might have noticed this already, but do you know why? Usually when something liquid turns solid, the atoms get closer to each other to form something denser. However, water doesn't do this. When water freezes, the water molecules form rings instead of floating around randomly. That makes space, making ice less dense than water. This is the reason ice can float on water, which is pretty great, because if it didn't, whole oceans could freeze solid. Instead, they just get a nice blanket of ice. Fact number 2. Imagine the moon. Now imagine taking the moon and making a huge hole in it. A hole big enough to fit all the water from all the oceans on Earth, which even in conservative estimates is this much water. Around 126 sextillion liters. Now you might imagine you'd need a pretty big hole, and you would be right, but in relation to the moon's volume, it would look something like this. Fact number 3. In a single drop of untreated water, there can be thousands of tiny organisms, such as algae, bacteria, and viruses. Most of these are harmless, luckily, but a few can be dangerous, hence why we make clean water. Speaking of drops of water, here's fact number 4. At the start of the video, I asked if you knew how many molecules are in a single drop of water. And the answer to that is, it depends on how big the drop is. But I know that's not a satisfying answer, so let's take the accepted average of a drop, which is 0.05 milliliters. In one such drop of water, there would be over 1.5 sextillion water molecules. Fact number 5 is an important and serious one, because today a large part of the world's population still don't have access to clean or safe drinking water. And while definitions and estimates vary, anywhere from a fourth to an eighth of the people in the world don't have clean water. This is a huge problem because, as mentioned earlier, a single drop of water can house thousands of microorganisms, and not all of them are nice. Fact number 6. Do you know who these two people are? If you don't, you will soon. To the left you have Henry Cavendish, who discovered that water was made out of hydrogen and oxygen after he mixed the two together to create an explosion. To the right is Italian physician Amedeo Avogadro, who in 1811 discovered the actual formula for water, H2O. Finally, fact number 7. Did you know water can cut metal? Through a machine called a water jet, which propels water at high velocities through a narrow nozzle, water is used to cut all sorts of things, such as wood, plastic, stone, and even metal. Now, it should be mentioned that for materials such as stone and metal, which are really hard, other particles such as garnet are mixed into the jet and will do the actual cutting, while water works as propellant. Nevertheless, water jets are highly practical, as they do not overheat or get dull. Those were 7 facts about water. Did any of them surprise you? If so, leave a comment below and tell me which. If you enjoyed this and would like to learn about all sorts of other things, please consider subscribing to my channel. And of course, click that like button. See you next time.